guys, welcome back to my channel. If you checked out my last video, you know that it has been a crazy week, and I just wanted to kind of do a get ready with me story time so that you guys can kind of know all the details, because I know that video is kind of all over the place and just I vlogged when I could and kind of just put it all together. So I'm gonna just get ready. I'm gonna do a makeup. I already did my hair, just got out of the shower, so it is still air drying right now, and you can tell my curls, you know, they're doing good after getting my hair cut. If you didn't already check out that video, it is on my channel as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and tell you guys how it all began. Okay guys, so it really started, let's see, these bangs are in the way. And you guys, my story might be all over the place as well, because I really wanted to hurry up and record this video so that, you know, the experience is fresh. Because honestly, I literally just got home today, and this is my first full day, and gonna be my first night being back in my home, and I am so grateful. I've already did like a spa day, and I also went ahead and like did a facial and enjoyed like a nice shower and just, you know, some self-care for being back in my house. So it all started last Sunday on Valentine's Day. That was when everything kind of, you know, everything was good on Valentine's Day. So throughout the day, it started snowing. Then later in the night, it got really heavy. And I was looking out the window too while I was watching my TV show, which if y'all haven't checked out Married at First Sight, you guys need to watch it. It's really funny. And so I was watching that, staying up late like I always do. And it was about 2 a.m. And after 2 a.m. I was like, you know what, I'm about to go to bed because it's getting late. I have work in the morning. So I got up, and then as soon as I was about to turn the TV off, all the lights went out, and I was like, oh, I felt like this was gonna happen. So the day before Sunday, I went ahead and charged like my laptop, kept it plugged up, and then I also charged like these portable phone chargers that I had just in case. And I charged my candle lighter, because my candle lighter I do have, it's like an electrical one, so I went ahead and charged that just in case. You never know, right? So that went off, and I was like, okay, got a little nervous, but I was like, it'll probably be back on in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go to sleep. Had a few blankets on, and it wasn't that bad, honestly. It wasn't that cold. I was like, oh, okay, this is just gonna be a nice, you know, cool night, because I get hot at night anyways. So I'm sleeping, I wake up the next day, so this is Monday after Valentine's Day. I wake up, and when I woke up, I was like, okay, like the power's still not on. And that's when I kind of got worried too, and I started asking like other people, like my neighbors. I was like, does your power on? Is it just me? And everybody was like, no, it's been out since last night. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll see how long we can go. What I had to do as far as like, oh y'all, I think I got too much makeup on. It'll blend out and oxidize though. So Monday, at the end of Monday, I was like, okay, we're just gonna thug this out. We have food, things like that. We're just gonna wrap up in blankets, put a hat on, put gloves on. I had Milo in a sweater, and we're just like, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna be okay. It'll be on later today. On Tuesday, y'all, I'm already getting confused. My days, they're just all over the place. So on Monday, when I was like trying my best to stay warm, it was super hard, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes people really think I'm dramatic, and I can be dramatic sometimes. But in this case, this past week with this snowstorm, I was not dramatic at all. Everybody was really just trying to like survive this, because it was cold. Like, think about, I really wish I had the temperature in my apartment, because obviously the power was out. But if I was to guess, my apartment felt between like 30 to 40 degrees. And I had like so many blankets on. I was just trying to make it. In the last video, if you see my room, I showed my room when I was finally able to come back to my apartment to grab some things. And my room was extremely messy, and that's just because I was trying my best to like stay warm. So I had like 5 or 6 blankets. I had like gloves on, hats on, And like I said, I even tried sleeping in the closet. Like, it just was getting super bad. So on Tuesday, I was like, what can I do? Like, who can I contact? Like, who has power? I just didn't want to be by myself anymore. And so it was just me and Milo. And I was like, I don't want to be alone going through this, because it really seems like the power is not going to come back on, and it's been 24 hours. So I finally was like, you know what, we're going to figure out something. So I called my boyfriend's uncle, and he came and got me, which was super sweet of them. And so I stayed with them for about a day and a half, I would say. And during that time, it was super cool, you know, just to kind of like chill with them. They fed me really well. They didn't have heat at all either. So, you know, we just were staying warm together there too. And so it was super cool to be with them and, you know, to get to talk to them and get to know them more. So then after that, you know, his uncle was like, I'm gonna try to go to work. So I was like, okay, like one of my good friends, you know, she said that she like has power, things like that. So essentially I was in the cold, like in a cold environment and not with power or heat like at all for maybe about 2 to 3 days. Not my apartment, but like where I was, I had like power and heat, because like I said, I couldn't take it anymore. So I had to just find somewhere that had, you know, some power. So my eyebrows are so messed up because I need to get them threaded. His uncle ended up taking me to my friend Micah's house. And when I was there, it was so much fun to just get to hang out with her and her little baby Ocean. He's so sweet. So I was with them for about 5 or 6 days. So I've spent majority of my time at her place, and she was so super sweet to let me, because like I said, y'all, basically homeless. I was able to come and check my apartment throughout, and when I did, it was freezing in here. And I was like, even if I wanted to stay, like there's just no way for me to. So it was super sweet that I got to hang out with her and bond with her. We watched movies, ate some good food, and just really just hung out and stuff. And Milo got to be with me as well. At one point in the middle of the week though, my apartment complex had let me know that basically it was going to be a while before the power was going to come back on. And I mean, like, they made it seem like it was going to be some weeks. So I was panicking. I was able to get a ride. Actually, let me backtrack because I missed out some details. So the first time I got stuck here on like the first day and I was wondering what I wanted to do, before I wanted to call somebody, I was trying to figure it out myself. So I was like, well, maybe I can sleep in the closet, you know, and stay warm that way. It was freezing. The bathroom, it was freezing. I was like, okay, let me get my car out of the garage. Well, the garage is operated by power. So I couldn't get my car out of the garage, which, y'all, that's what was gonna keep me warm. Like, I could have just kept my car running outside of the garage and used that and I would have been fine. But no. Just imagine, like, I've been carless this whole week. I, you know, was just having to stay with people. And so it was just mentally and physically draining because, you know, you're just not in your own home, you're not in your own bed. And so that kind of just drains you. And then you're also like, you didn't have a timeline of when am I going to be able to get back into my place. So that was really stressful as far as that. And then plus, like I said, my apartment complex, they called me and was just letting me know that it may be some weeks because they ran into an electrical problem with some of the transformers, they said, had caught on fire and caused an electrical fire. That put a lot of like turning back the power on at my property behind by some days. So, you know, just not knowing when I was going to be able to come back home was just a little bit tiring and exhausting. But like I said, I'm so thankful for the people that I do have in my life. They just made it like so simple, so easy, and made me comfortable in like this whole process. If you guys watched the news, you would have saw how bad like Texas was just going through it. And essentially altogether, it took about 8 days for me to get power and water fully back. But while I was at Micah's house, we ended up losing water on and off. And then, so you know, like flushing the toilets, we had to use snow to melt it. And then we had to use bottled water. And then after we figured that out, they had sent out a city and statewide notice that we needed to boil all of our water that we use. So it was kind of like every time that we found a solution for something, it was like something else came up. So what's so sad about it is like, nobody knew how to stay warm. Like, Texas just doesn't know how to handle this. We don't have the equipment for it. We don't have the resources for it. So everybody just basically, you know, freaked out because like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I lost all my food in my fridge. I had to throw out everything in the freezer, the fridge. I tried to go ahead and do like a claim for my renter's insurance for the food that I lost, because I'm sure it was at least, you know, $200 to $300. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I keep my fridge nice and stocked because your girl likes to eat, you know? So your girl lost a lot of food. And right now, you know, my apartment's been doing a really good job. They have given like us residents pizza 2 days in a row, and then they also ordered us some pasta and wings. So, you know, they're trying over here, but we are officially back to normal as we could be. But honestly guys, like, I'm trying to remember if there's any other specific details besides the fact that this was just like honestly a humbling experience. I mean, you have to go through something like this to just be extremely thankful for what you have and for where you're at in life. And I really do think that this happened for a reason, especially because y'all know Texas would not sit down when the virus all happened last year and is still about, you know, like, they don't care. So it's like this snowstorm, everybody is literally like not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure our numbers went down because nobody was going out partying and everybody was in home, because it took a snowstorm to just make everybody sit down. It just made me stronger and know that I can get through anything. I mean, I was praying so much and just thanking God, you know, for the people that are here. While telling the story, it feels good, but it honestly was it was more stressful than how I'm telling the story. It's just because I'm calm now because I'm back in my place. I almost forgot a funny part. Not even funny, but it was sweet. So there was one point where me and my boyfriend's uncle got stuck in the ice while trying to come back to my place. And it wasn't funny, but I had told him to go this certain way, knowing that I should have known that there's like a hill. And so we got stuck. And this homeless guy came out and with a shovel, and it was so sweet because he helped us get unstuck. And then, you know, of course we gave him some, you know, money and stuff because that was super sweet of him. He did not have to do that. It's like he was just waiting there for people that he knew would get stuck and listen to their passenger that shouldn't be listening to, because I wasn't the driver. But overall, I just wanted to come on here, tell you guys the story of how everything went. Like I said, I feel like the last video was just kind of all over the place and didn't kind of go together. Either way, you could kind of see like how bad it looked outside. You can see how bad I looked and how bad I was going through it. But I just wanted to be vulnerable with you guys. That's just kind of a thing with being a content creator, an influencer, things like that. Like, you guys got to see the real thing. Like, if I have acne or my house is dirty, things like that, like, I'm not perfect, and sometimes, you know, things aren't gonna be perfect, and I want you guys to just see the real me and know that I'm a genuine person and follow me for that. I have my makeup all done. My hair is already almost fully dried. As you can see, my bangs are still doing whatever the bangs like to do. But yeah, so I already have my makeup done. This is kind of like my everyday look that I like to go for, just because it's super simple. It looks still kind of natural with it. I'm just super appreciative, guys, to be able to come on here and let you guys know that I survived the Texas winter storm. Snowstorm. I know some people are calling it a snowpocalypse. I was able to survive it. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video.